we were just talking about people, get out the way. Get out the way.
Move.
Yeah. Now, there is another concern, and that is when you need help and you call, who you call. Here's what we know is that when you call the Phoenix Police Department, you may get AI. I don't know how I feel about this, Joe. I see a real plus side, and that is that the AI that they're introducing speaks a multitude of languages, which I think is incredibly important because
I agree.
Not only are we seeing an increase in the Valley's population, we're seeing an increase in the diversity in the population. We've got an influx of new tech jobs, right? So that means we have a lot of workers who are coming from overseas, more specifically the Eastern Hemisphere. So that means you're going to have people who are from India, from Vietnam, from Taiwan, from China, from Japan. You're going to have them all over, and everybody mixing together, nobody speaking the same language, and everybody needs emergency services at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's Phoenix Police. They're aiming to have this program, which is called Call Triage. It's an AI program developed by Canadian software. Do we trust the Canadians
No, we
on
don't.
this?
No.
So the technology is supposed to help alleviate the need to place the public on hold for non-emergency calls. Ultimately, Chris, I would think you feel good about this too, freeing up 911 operators.
I do like that.
To take emergency calls.
Yes. So
what's your apprehension?
Well, okay, so you've got the police department is freeing up a thing for the emergency work, the operators. That's great.
Yeah.
You've got this will speak a multitude of languages.
That's good.
Look, that is something that if you look at the development of Silicon Valley, that is an issue that they had in San Francisco, San Jose. Like you've got more people speaking different languages. How do we communicate better? Right? Okay, AI fixes that. Love it.
So what's the problem?
We just had stories this week where we talked about AI hallucinating.
So how would AI hallucinate in this case?
Suppose that you need some sort of a non-emergent service, but AI isn't able to determine exactly what you said, or perhaps it's misreading. I don't know if you've ever had
somebody broke into my house. They're not there anymore, but my stuff got stolen.
Sure, or what, even if I'm at such and such a road,
or at a car accident, it's nobody's hurt, but need a cop.
And you're at this road and you don't pronounce it with the right accent, and all of a sudden AI starts making up roads, or AI starts making up accidents, and suddenly you've got an officer responding to what they think is a non-injury accident, but you're actually being burgled. Right? That's my concern, is that AI is not quite ready for prime time. Now, maybe this Canadian company, maybe their AI is. I doubt it. Canadians. But here's what I know. It's making up new case law for lawyers that are using AI to sort of...
In some cases,
all right.
a few.
Let me give you an example of something that happened yesterday. All right? So we have a delightful coworker who's been on the show with us before when we've talked about technology or video. It is Felisa Cárdenas. And
close.
I was close, right?
Yeah. Felisa Cárdenas.
So she said, put some respect on my name. Mm-hmm. So I created some logos for her using AI.
That's
and
nice,
I said, hey, AI, make up a nice logo for Felisa Cárdenas.
Cárdenas.
That's right. It's like Cardinals, but fancy. Felisa Cárdenas. Make up a nice logo for her.
Yeah.
Make it look bold and respectful and powerful.
Yeah.
And it started making up words. and I said, what is this word you made up? And he says, don't know. That doesn't have any meaning.
Made up word.
Totally made up word.
Okay.
And then I said, don't do that again. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay. And I said, now give me a modern look. Give me a vintage look. Give me an off-the-wall look. And every incarnation that it made, it started spelling her name wronger and wronger and wronger.
Spelled her name wrong.
Spelled her name. And I gave AI the name.
Cárdenas.
Right, but I was able to spell it.
Yeah.
So, which is good, because if I had to pronounce it, it would have been completely lost.
Cardenas.
Okay, well, what if I'm on Cárdenas Road? Cárdenas.
Calle de Cárdenas?
Sí. Camino de Cárdenas. Right. Via de Cárdenas.
Why didn't we
what
have
if I'm on
Pablo
that?
do this part?
He's laughing too hard at watching the green. Yeah, Avenida, yeah. But he's watching
Avenida de Cárdenas?
See, he's watching the gringos try to do this. So if AI is as bad for them as the massive multi-billion-dollar project that Bing is putting out, or that Google is putting out, or that Apple is swearing someday they'll put out, then how can I possibly trust it? I love where they're going. I love what it can do, but I don't trust it right now.
So, dumb guy question. I would be the one to ask that, of course.
Go on.
How do we make it better if we don't go through the trial and error phase? Like, don't we have to put it into action? How do we?
No.
So how do we make it work and make sure it works right if we don't make it susceptible to the public and see what it actually does?
Well, I think this is what testing is for.
Sure.
Right.
But don't you need the public to use it?
No. I mean, once you go, it's past, and maybe it is. Maybe it's past that certain threshold where they go, we think this is accurate enough.
Because people screw up too, man.
Of course.
I mean, don't kid yourself. I mean, I guarantee you there's been 911 operators who've fallen asleep. AI is not going to take a nap.
Right.
911 operators who walk off.
Yeah, I get it.
Who get sick, who can't even show up, all kinds of things.
Right. But also, I've never seen a 911 operator have a blue screen of death that says, sorry, can't reboot you.
I don't know. Maybe they have. It's possible.
Okay, so I don't know the computer is going to be that much better, but they are starting this in a non-emergent situation, which means if it gets it wrong, it becomes an inconvenience, not life and death.
Thanks for watching The Chris and Joe Show. Click to see more from Chris and Joe and tap the button in the middle to subscribe to KTAR News.